Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I have just witnessed Sheffield United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. The Blades, they needed this win today. They temporarily closed the gap on Leeds, who will kick off in about half an hour against Wigan. So they're level on points now, gap down to 4 points to Norwich. So Sheffield United now hoping for the rest of the day that the results go their way and that those teams do not record wins, and maybe the promotion charge back on for the Blades and Forest's losing streak continues. Sheffield United line up, Chrissy Wilder, 3-5-2. We know what we're going to get. But a few players out today. Remember, no Sharp, no Egan, no Basham. So what we get is Henderson in goal, Craney, Stearman and O'Connell are the back three. Craney and Stearman in for Basham and Egan. Obviously, Stevens left wing back, Baldock right wing back, Norwood and Fleck standard in midfield there. Duffy in the 10 position, McGoldrick and Medine start. No Billy Sharp, obviously, up front. Forest with a 4-2-3-1. Pantilimon in goal. Byram, Benalouan, Wagway and Colback are the back four. Yates and Jacob sitting in front. Sorry, I should have flagged up. Colback playing left back is normally a sitting central midfielder. Lolly down the right, the big threat for Forest, cutting in on his left foot. Pele in the 10 position. Cash down the left and Daryl Murphy up front, completing a litany of ex-Ipswich players. I just need to apologise quickly. There's loads of clothes in the back of my car. I moved house on Wednesday. I'm not living in my car. I promise, off we go. Quick fire free kick to Norwood, long ranger, well wide. Blades immediately pick up the territory and the game goes how we expect it's going to be. Forest sitting back, trying to hit Murphy and get Lolly one-on-one. Blades forward with the ball, but quite direct today. It's not Medine's fault, but as soon as he's in that team, people look for him early, and not necessarily the football I saw earlier in the season with those short build-ups, but it is what it is. Just win at this stage of the season. 12, Forest get a corner. First one gets cleared. The second ball is recycled out to Norwood. Sorry, Blaze corner. Right-footed cross here. McGoldrick, middle of the goal. He's in a good position. It's a difficult chance because it's an overhead kick, but this is a highly technical player, and he makes a right mess of that. Long throw from Cash on 14 for Forest. Headed out. Jacob shanks the volley from 25 yards. Forest's attacking tactics really limited to long throws, balls up to Murphy, and as I say, trying to get Lolly on the ball early, 1-on-1. Lovely ball out left from Lolly though. Now Colback in a good position. He's got up for once in this game. It goes into the box and it's a yellow card for diving for Colback. I believe that's the 15th yellow of the season for Mr. Colback. So early summer holidays for him, methinks. Stevens down the left, brilliant cross. I'm going to criticise Sheffield United's crossing later in this review. This was the best cross they put in all day. Lovely one right out on the touchline. Outswinger Medine can't quite get on the end of that. Dare I say, Mr. Billy Sharp would have got on the end of that with his great movement. 26, Cash is backing in midfield. United snatch it. McGoldrick shoots right-footed, well wide. No clear-cut chances in this one yet on 26. 29, Henderson, quick goal kick. Hits this one long. Medine onto Fleck, out to Stevens, crosses to the back post. McGoldrick's up there. He does win the header. He gets something on it, not a clean connection. He is marked. It goes across the goal. Medine's there, but it's in the gap. We see this so often. Not square enough for Medine and not diagonal enough to go into the far corner, and wide it goes. Blades on top. Stevens playing really well at wing back here. McGoldrick and Medine just not quite sinking together as a front two just yet. Maybe that needs more time. Maybe they're not as compatible as McGoldrick and Sharp are. Chance for Forest on 33 here. Duffy's robbed in central midfield. Rare mistake from him. Jacob carries it. He doesn't want to shoot. That's not his job. He feeds it left to Murphy. Murphy moves up into the box. Cash is storming up on the overlap on his left shoulder. Murphy, though, is a striker and he's not going to get many chances in this Forest setup. He hits it left-footed and it flies just past the post. Unlucky Murphy there. Forest on the counter with the chance. 38, Lolly bustling through now, feeds Murphy into the inside right position. Murphy's got the bit between his teeth, engages the left centre back, tries to poke it through with the outside of his foot. Big shout from Murphy that one hits an arm. Nothing given. Huge mess in the Blades defence here. 42, Byram caught out badly. McGoldrick, he bounces on it and goes down right side of the box. Yellow for Byram in the Forest defence here. I think I said Blades defence. Maybe a goal scoring opportunity. Obviously not an obvious goal scoring opportunity because just the yellow card for Byram, and it's a clever way they take the free kick. Fleck runs over it, they dummy it. Fleck's then into the box, deep into the box, crosses it low. McGoldrick goes to the near post. He's blocked out. They just can't create a clear-cut chance. You have to give Forest some credit. They are set up defensively and they hold out well here. The ball is then recycled. It gets to Norwood. He tries the long ranger and Pantilimon gets down well to make the save. 45, Craney, yellow card. Bulldog gets in a bit of a muddle there, and Craney goes in to try and bail him out and slides in for the yellow, I think, on Cash. Half time. The game went as I expected. Forest immediately sit back. Blades had the possession, but a fair few sort of early balls into Medine, where maybe earlier in the season they're building up the play and Basham and O'Connell are pushing out. No real clear chances for Sheffield United. As I say, Forest do play with a defensive mindset, and really they did create the best chance, I suppose, for Murphy as he comes forward and hits that left footer just past the post. So, although we've said this a lot this season, although Sheffield United had the territory, you would say at half-time the game plan is working for Forest. Not that much attacking endeavour, but they did pull out that one big chance. Stevens playing well, as I said, for Sheffield United down the left when Fleck comes across and helps out on that side. Good outlet there for Forest. The crossing, not great, and I do think McGoldrick and Medine, despite both doing individual things fairly well, not necessarily working that well together, as in being on each other's wavelengths. A few things broke down when one looked for the other. We get into the second half, and all I've said about Forest game plan kind of working at this point is going to be undone, because 46 minutes out comes the red card. Norwood slides it through to Medine. It's a nice touch early to McGoldrick. That is key, because this gives McGoldrick time now. He's a little bit deeper than the normal 10 position, but there's space in front of him to run into. McGoldrick's never had great pace, but is a dangerous dribbler. He dribbles forward, engages Benalouan. He steps to the left. Benalouan slides in and takes him down. Obvious goal scoring opportunity, says the referee. Red card, says the referee. Off goes Benalouan. Wow. Colback immediately then after this free kick, he then takes McGoldrick down a pull. He's already been booked in the first half, and I think it's one of those, if he hadn't already been booked, I think he gets a yellow for that. So Colback gets away with it a little bit. Milosevic then comes on for Pele. So look, a lot has happened in this quick period. Remember, McGoldrick comes forward, Benalouan takes the red card, then McGoldrick is fouled by Colback, no second yellow for Colback. Milosevic comes on, and we have a free kick to Sheffield United. Are you all caught up? The free kick's on halfway-ish to the right-hand side. In it goes, into the box. They're looking for Medine. It's nodded out. They haven't got organised with Milosevic just coming in. Duffy in the far corner of the box on the left-hand side is free. The ball is headed out to him. Duffy, he takes a touch. He takes his time. Has he taken too long? Left corner of the box. No, he has not. Opens up his body. Right footer curling for the far corner, and Duffy finds the net to give Sheffield United the lead. And judging by the nerves later in the game, I think most Blade fans will be very glad that they scored pretty much straight after that red card, because you can imagine Forest were about to drop into a very defensive formation. Milosevic had just come on for Pele. The number 10's gone out of the team, but Blades get the goal pretty much straight after the red card, and it's 1-0. And is there a sense of relief? Does the tension drop? I don't know whether it does, because the stakes are very, very high now. Blades are doing what they need to. They are in front, and on 53, here comes Duffy again, slipped in behind Colback into the box. Again, crosses it low. McGoldrick near post, 6 yards out, gets something on it, drifts towards Pantilemon's left post, and he dives over and makes the save. Goodness me, but Forest breaking away now. They're closing down Henderson on the goal kick. He slips on 55. Huge heart in mouth, but just manages to rectify it. Blades fans are nervous. I know they've seen their team concede a 95th minute equaliser against Millwall last week, so I kind of don't blame them. 10 stuff. Lewis Grabban comes on for Daryl Murphy. Not sure long-term what O'Neill wants to do here. Does he want to play the big guy? Is it just down to an injury for Grabban? Who knows what his preferred forward is, but we get Grabban for the last sort of 35 minutes of this game. Duffy again down the right, feeds Bulldog deep into the box here. He's got a lot of time. He's got no obvious pass though. Where is Billy Sharp when you need him? It's blocked out. Blades really need a second in this game. It looks like they're going to attack, and hopefully get that for their suffering fans at this stage. 64, Duffy with the cross nearly catches Pantilimon out. Norwood with a long ranger. The Blades, they're facing a real low block of 4 and Grabban left up front. They're not creating big good chances here, and the crossing is poor. This deep defence, they haven't quite figured out how to pick the lock. Here, Hogan comes in for Medine, so they've taken out on 66 minutes their big aerial threat. They're going to try and play in behind. So Wilder, I guess, kind of agrees with me that with that low, narrow block defence from Forest, he's not going to be able to cross in and get the goal that way. Lolly, 66, volleys that one well over from a long throw. No chances. That must be the first chance Forest have created in this half now. With 10 men, remember, Forest. McGoldrick tries the shot that Duffy scored from. He can't find it on 68. Now it's starting to get more and more nervy. The Blades did really have their foot on Forest's neck, but just letting them off a little bit here. Appiah comes in for Jakob, and I think the idea from Martin O'Neill is a 4-4-1, but Appiah down the left and Lolly trying to get forward to support Grabban and trying to get them 3-on-3 against that Blades 3 at the back. Bulldog and Colback. Bulldog in the right back area. He goes down trying to win a free kick here. He doesn't get it and has to foul Colback here to give away a really dangerous free kick. Yellow card for George Bulldog there. 78 minutes. Now, Chris Wilder, key tactical decision here. Lundstrom comes in for Craney. No centre-half on the bench either. So Wilder ditching the 3 centre-backs. And he goes for a sort of 4-4-2 with a diamond midfield here. So you have a back four of Bulldog, Stearman, O'Connell and Stevens. Norwood sits in front of the back four with Lundstrom and Fleck kind of narrow there. They're assuming that Forest are not going to be expansive in their play and just block out that midfield. Duffy in the 10 position off Hogan and McGoldrick. So nervous. They need the second goal, and into the 80, I guess it must be 82nd minute. I didn't write it down. Blades finally get the 2-0. Hogan is pressing. It's a big tackle by Fleck in midfield, and they feed McGoldrick here on the break. He's in that position he was for the red card. He drives forward, left hand side centrally, moves forward towards the edge of the box. Hogan splits off, runs to the right. Here comes Ender Stevens. The whole ground can see him. The Forest players are more concerned with Hogan, the 40 grand a week Aston Villa forward. Stevens, he comes flying over McGoldrick's shoulder. You can see McGoldrick's waiting for him. Holds his run, slides it to Stevens into the box on the left foot. First time, Stevens, brilliant finish, slides it into the corner past Pantilimon. 2-0 Blades. They have the winning goal against 10 men here. And wow, you can sense the relief in the stadium. Great stuff. Stevens played really well in the first half. McGoldrick gets the assist, and I guess a deserved second goal for the Blades. Kieran Dale was due to come on before that. He then comes on for Duffy after the goal happens. And I think Norwood made a foul about 2 minutes before, and I did see a yellow come out. I think he gets the yellow during the goal celebrations. Nobody will care. Blades get the win, and they see the game out. There's no real other chances of note during this game. Wow, they needed that one. Big style, Sheffield United. I'm recording this before Leeds kick off, so I don't know that result. But all Blades can do now is try and win their last 4 games, and they've won the first of them, and now it's just up to them to see what Norwich do tonight at Sheffield Wednesday, but more importantly what Leeds United do at home to Wigan. What they've done, they've put the pressure on and they're back in the winning habit. It wasn't the football I saw from Sheffield United earlier in this season where they were really at it and swashbuckling, but you've got to remember Egan is not there, Basham is not there, Sharp is not there. First half, I didn't think Medina McGoldrick necessarily clicked. I thought Stevens played well in that first half as an outlet, but maybe just a touch too direct from Sheffield United. We know they're a better side than that, but maybe they're just following instructions to try and just put pressure on Forest and get them penned back in. Murphy had that chance in the first half of Forest, and then the game changes on 46 with the red card for Benalouan. And key to this is that Blades scored not long after the red card. They didn't let Forest get in and start defending as a 10-man team. Blades probably should have got a second, but lack of quality really from crossing, and they have to wait until that change of formation and go into the back 4, and Stevens, who I think deserves a goal in this game, gets the second one. Clean sheet and a win for Sheffield United. They'll move on. They'll hope that they can get... Egan will be back, we know, for the Easter Monday game. They'll hope... I think they might be hoping maybe not Monday, but the next game, that they might get Basham or Sharp back. But great stuff for Sheffield United. They get the win that they really wanted and put the pressure on. In terms of Forest, just struggling under Martin O'Neill. It's a losing streak now. Forest, every year they replace their manager and they have to figure out what the hell they're going to do in terms of strategy. It looked defensive. I don't know what he's planning up front. I think the season's now run dry. They're not going to get playoffs. Forest, they can't win away. A lot of sorting out needing to be done by Martin O'Neill in the summer. In terms of star men in this game, it's either McGoldrick or Stevens. Really, both had big influence on the game. I guess McGoldrick might take it, carrying the fight for Blades up front. Right, I do apologise. iPhone overheating, indirect sunshine. I have to get off to Norwich now for my second game of the day. Slogging it all the way across England to get there. Get your comments in. Forest fan, Blades fan, expectations now coming towards the end of the season and maybe a playoff campaign. Let me know what you think and how it went today and what's going to happen going forward for these last 3 games. Forest fan, what does O'Neill need to do to sort it out? Hit that thumbs up button, get involved in the comments, hit the subscribe button, and check out later. I will be at Norwich versus Sheffield Wednesday, second review of the day. Thank you very much for watching.